Dear students, let us come to Activity 1 of our Chapter 11, Force and Pressure. Activity 1 is to show that electrostatic force is a non-contact force. For this, things needed are a plastic straw, a wooden stand, a sheet of paper, and a thread. To start with, take a plastic straw and cut it into 2 equal pieces. Now, suspend one of the cut pieces from the stand with the help of a piece of thread. Hold the other piece of straw in your hand and rub its free end with a sheet of paper. Bring the rubbed end of the straw near the suspended straw. Do not make the 2 pieces touch each other. What do you observe? You observe that the straw which is in your hand, when rubbed with paper, attracts the suspended straw. Now, rub the free end of the suspended piece of straw and the straw in your hand with a sheet of paper. Again, bring the piece of straw that was rubbed earlier near the free end of the suspended straw. Dear students, what do you observe now? You observe that the straw rubbed with paper repels the suspended straw when free end of the suspended straw is rubbed with paper. From this activity, here we have observed, and let us discuss our observations now. The straw in our hand is said to have acquired electrostatic charge after it has been rubbed with a sheet of paper. The straw is now a charged object. It attracts the uncharged object. In this case, the uncharged object is suspended straw. On rubbing the suspended straw with the sheet of paper, you have made the suspended straw also a same charged object. Now, the straw that is in your hand, rubbed with paper, repels the suspended straw rubbed with same sheet of paper, because like charges repel each other. Let us have a look at the diagram. Here we can see in figure 11.19 a straw rubbed with paper attracts another straw but repels if the other straw has also been rubbed with a sheet of paper. So the conclusion of this activity is electrostatic force is a non-contact force. Dear students, do write this activity in your fair notebook in legible handwriting. Activity 2. Are you ready? Activity 2 is to show that liquids exert pressure on the base of the container. For this, the things needed are a transparent glass tube, rubber balloon, thread, and water. Methods of doing this activity. Dear students, take a transparent glass tube opened at both ends. To one end of the tube, tie a rubber balloon with the help of a thread. Now, hold the tube in vertical position and pour some water into it. What are the observations made by you? You observe that the rubber balloon bulges out. Refer to figure 11.28 part A. Now pour more water in the tube. You see that the size of the bulge increases. See part B of figure 11.28. Here you can see that there is more height of water column as compared to the height of water column in part A of the same figure. So what will be the conclusion of this activity? Dear students, we conclude that the liquids exert pressure on the base of the container in which they are put. I repeat, the liquids exert pressure on the base of the container in which they are put. Second conclusion is pressure exerted by water at the bottom of the container depends on the height of its column. So, more is the height, more is the pressure. More is the height and more is the pressure, and vice versa. That means lesser the height, lesser is the pressure. I hope the activity is pretty much clear to all of you. Again, you have to write this activity in your fair notebook along with the diagram, and do label the diagrams properly. We will be doing next activity 3 and 4 in our next video tutorial. Stay tuned and thanks for being patient listeners.